While this model is packed with detail, I'll show you a quick and easy way to create an eye-catching paint job. The first step will be to define a light source from underneath. Using my airbrush, I'll apply an initial layer of red over the black primer. If you don't have an airbrush, don't worry. You'll find not one, but 4 tutorials on this channel about creating an OSL effect using brush only. You can find them all over on the playlist section of the channel. Not sticking the model to the base was key to comfortably getting underneath it and properly establishing the direction from the light. With the paint being slightly transparent, a pair of coats will be required to build up the color. But that's just perfect, since any areas I don't quite catch with the second pass will just help enhance the transition from black to red. I will also spray it not only from underneath, but also at a 45-degree angle, so to get some light creeping up the model, but no more than that or the direction of the light might be lost. While using an airbrush makes this effect easier to create, there are still some mistakes that not even an airbrush can salvage. So to make this process as beginner-friendly as possible, I'll make use of the dry brushing technique to help us out. With white, I'll dry brush the area, making sure my motion goes from the bottom to the top, so to only catch those details that are facing downwards. Previously, we saw how transparent the paint was, and how it was affected by the black underneath. As I now move on to a more intense red, the manner of application, dilution and direction-wise won't change, but this time the intensity of the color will change depending on if it's landing over the white, black or red transition created previously through the pair of layers. All in all, resulting in around 4 different values of red getting projected just from a single layer of red. Afterwards, I'll repeat this process using orange. This time, however, I'll dry brush a smaller area, somewhat up to the knees, and direction-wise I'll spray only from directly underneath. These changes will give the orange color its space while not eating up the red I worked on before, and you might think to add a further layer of yellow to enhance the effect, but remember that when painting OSL, no reflection should be brighter than the source itself. So I'll leave the yellow just for the base so it can pop the most and earn its place as the brightest and the source of the light. The final airbrushing step will be using black in the opposite direction of the light source. With it, I'm looking to correct any overspray which may displace the directionality of the light. When finished, there should be a night and day difference when looking the model from below compared to looking at it from up top. Finally, a bit of dry brushing with the dark sea blue will help create a moonlit effect, which will contrast nicely against the warm light. And opposite to what I did before, the direction of the dry brush should go from top to bottom, in order to catch only the upward facing details. Adding just a pinch of blue-green, I'll do a further dry brush but in a smaller area. Imagine how big of a bubble the first highlight went up to and make the second one half the size. Thank you for watching. Maybe this video will encourage you to get an airbrush if you don't have one yet. I will be doing a video on the basics of airbrushing in the future, so we can work with this tool from time to time. And if you'd like a video on how to paint the base, comment lava base down below and I'll work on an extra video for this month. As always, special thanks to the patrons who provide the extra support each month.